positive thing.
You're all spamming Wunder Bio
Yeah, and I think the camaraderie aspect you mentioned too is actually going to play a big deal because I'm unsure of Cold's situation with the team.
Wunder.
I imagine he's going to be sticking around as an assistant coach because
why did you change it?
And Guilhoto worked together back in Origin days in 2019 when they actually made.
Why did you man? Why did he do that?
I'd actually love to see hack.
I do. I think that we've talked about it before. Coaches often end up being very much ego managers, and with
when I heard this rumor, I said there's no fucking shot. I heard about this rumor coming out before it came out, right? Because I'm really cool. And my idea was if someone dropped the article, I was gonna comment on the tweet, and he will.
Pog, let's go, man.
But I didn't do it because it's really toxic, and I don't want to be toxic. I just wanted to be a memer, but it looks toxic because he can't go to fucking Worlds. He can't fucking win Worlds if he can't even get the fucking Worlds. My man is gonna only win EU Masters. Okay, people are linking tweets from Lore. What is it? Is it the Lore tweet where she said he's going to thingy like a couple months ago or something? Yeah, we saw it. Don't worry, chill out. Squeeze every dollar. For those who say Rekkles has nothing to do with this, a reminder that Lore said she would run naked on the. Hey, what? Wait, what? She said she would. What? If he ever gets out of G2 and you manage to get him to Kcorp, I'll run naked at the Champ Elise with Carnage and Trayton. Wait, I didn't know she said this. What the fuck? I thought she just said that something like, oh, I expect one day this might happen. Dude, I didn't even read it in French. I never clicked translate. I just saw this tweet about Kcorp and people were commenting on it, and I was like, oh, she probably predicted that Kcorp's gonna go to the Rekkles is gonna go to Kcorp or something, you know? But what the fuck, dude? I didn't know she wrote that. Now dude, you can't write that on the. That's kind of funny. You can't say. Imagine you say this in September, man. This was before Worlds even began. Lord, may the odds be ever in your favor, yeah? Absolutely fucked, yeah? Absolutely screwed. Yeah, Rekkles to Kcorp. I think it's a bad decision for him. Look, let me tell you why. Rekkles wants to win Worlds. He said it multiple times. He says he won't retire till he wins Worlds, yeah? Then he joins an ERL team. At best, he can win. At best, he can win EU Masters, yeah? But even if you win EU Masters, is that a success? The what is it? Like the risk value versus the return value is terrible for going to an ERL team, right? You can't even go to Worlds. So, and he can't. And I can't. It's not and I will. You just can't, man. If he doesn't win EU Masters, it's a failure. And if he wins EU Masters, it's an, oh, well, I mean, if he didn't do it, I'd be surprised, right? Like, this as a whole is...
Pog, let's go, man.
To me, a bad decision for him as a player. I think... Depending on his contract, right? Because a lot of terms in contracts. If you go to the bench, it's very common for your salary to be cut in half, or it gets cut a certain percent, and you just become a content machine, which is really boring, especially if you want to win.
Sometimes you have to start from scratch, you know.
What do you mean start from scratch? This guy was at the World's Finals and the World's Quarters in the last 2 years, and I mean Rekkles is still good, you know. He was MVP of Spring 2021. As a player, he's good, you know. So like. Basically, what I'm trying to get at here is if he sits on the bench, okay, this is how I foresee it. If I was Rekkles, yeah? Now, this might sound very egregious and very toxic in a way. He could sit on the bench. If G2 does good, then eventually G2 will be like, well, we don't need him, I would hope. Or they're using it as a content machine, which sucks. But if G2 does bad, then Rekkles is going to look even better, right? If he sits in G2 and G2 fail, or we'll say, or don't succeed, then him sitting on the bench, it's going to be a little bit of public outrage, I think. He takes a selfie, does a little smile, all that stuff, you know. The only bad thing about staying in G2 is he can't compete. But if he can't compete in the LEC, then is there a point in competing, right? I think taking a year off and chilling and streaming and grinding and mental resetting, because that guy's been going for 8-9 years straight, could be a fine thing to do, you know. I don't know.
But he left the G2 prison so he can be purchased in Spting for very cheap.
Well, you say that he left the G2 prison, but the last time G2 sold a player to another team, there was a clause in it that said they couldn't sell that player to another team for 3 years. So, as long as that clause is not in there, then yeah, maybe you're right. He's out of the G2 jail, but maybe now he's in a different jail, yeah? Just because you get transferred from jail to jail doesn't mean you're out of jail, yeah? I don't know how Kcorp functions. I don't know what their intentions are with him. They're probably going to market the hell out of him and try to win a lot, which makes sense. But then why would they give him up as well, right? I'm not saying Kcorp's a bad orc. I'm just saying why would they give him up if they have him, right? If Kcorp, I mean, maybe he has something in his contract, which is very standard to have. I think a lot of ERL players have this in their contract, because I remember I played in EU Masters in 2018. In my contract with the ERL team, it basically said if I got an LEC offer, then I could go to the LEC with my contract going void, or for an extremely low buyout. Obviously, ERL offers, I'm not allowed to jump to an ERL team, but for the org having good intentions for me as a player, if I was to get an LEC offer, then I can jump to the LEC. I don't know if that clause is still legal or allowed, but that's something that I had. But yeah, I think he needs a good out clause. That's the thing. If he joins this team, he needs a way out as well. Like, it was the same with mine, Lilip. Yeah, okay, you had the same thing. Yeah, basically, if you get an LEC offer, your contract goes void and you can join them, right? If they make you a full offer. So I think he needs an exit clause. He needs an exit clause, whether it's like low buyout, LEC offer that he wants, he can just go, and the contract's void. Something like this is what he needs. So he can actually be on Kcorp and support Kcorp and give them good marketing and play and compete a little bit while taking a little bit of a step back because you're not in the LEC. But you also have a way back to the LEC. Because otherwise, if he signs for 3 years or something like this and he gets bought, then he doesn't want to play in the ERL for 3 years, right? I'm sure of that. So yeah, it's a very weird discussion to have. That's why the announcement's just so surprising, because there's so many intricacies to it where it's like, what is the intentions in the first place for both sides? Because maybe he wants to compete in summer even. Maybe even in summer, which wouldn't surprise me. Some 80 carries bomb out, and you want to... Imagine, think of this year, right? This year summer when Fnatic role swaps and they bring in Adam. Some teams that want to make Worlds and they struggle in spring, they see Rekkles is available for summer, mate, and they're struggling with their bot lane in spring and they want to go to Worlds. This is an easy pickup, right? If he wants to play in summer 22, he needs a way out. So this is why I feel like the offer and the signing is just so odd. Because I think he's still good enough to compete. Like, he's obviously really fucking good still. Also, I think AD carry, as much as it sucks to say this, right now in the current meta, I don't know how next year will look with the preseason changes, but naturally, unless it's an ardent meta, AD carry normally has the lowest impact in the game. It's all top side dependent, mid jungle dependent, and support dependent. Like, if your support is bad and your AD is good against a bot lane with a good support and an average AD, then the enemy bot lane will always win, because bot lane is 80% support in lane phase at least. Or 75 after I spoke to a few AD carries. So his impact's very low. If he was playing mid, he could just go into the ERLs and I'm sure he'd clap everyone's booty cheeks, right?
Let's go, man.
If you're playing AD, it's a bit harder. That's my take on the Rekkles situation. Yeah, he needs a way back to the LEC. That's the only thing I would say that's important in the contract. Now, obviously, this is all rumors. This is the number one thing to take away from this, right? This is not confirmed. This is just a rumor. They've probably had talks, and you know esports is esports. Shit spreads like a wildfire. It spreads so fucking quick. Hold the fucking phone. Someone grab it. Someone hold the fucking phone now. Hold it. He says, it's done, bro. Apparently it's done. Oh, here we go. Eustace said, it's more done than the Jack Spectra deal. I guess it's done. I want to move on. I just want to know if it's done or not. I feel like I'm on the edge. I need to know. I'm willing to bet anything Rekkles will ever play in the LFL because Rekkles will join Kcorp in the LEC and their premises are being signed in Berlin. What? What is he saying? Kcorp's in the LEC? There's no fucking way Kcorp's in the LEC. It's impossible. They can't be in the LEC. Because every team already has like a roster kinda. It's done. What was just a recurring joke will come true. Claimed without believing, fans of the Caedrel Corp recent leaks, one of the biggest names in esports, 4-time Europe champion, will leave G2. Discussions between Kcorp and Marc began at the end of last week on the latter's initiative. Caedrel Corp had a deal with Norwegian Jacob Jack Spectra, but the prospect of picking up a player like Rekkles reshuffled the cards. The club will, however, pay a large sum to G2 to secure the services of the Swede, who will sign a multi-year contract. An important investment for a structure which is just celebrating its first anniversary, but the impact of such a transfer inconceivable just a few days ago. Rekkles is a major player who will evolve in a minor league and should be important merchandising, audiences, outreach, both for Kcorp and the LFL. He's going to be signed for multi-year, which means he's going to be in Kcorp for the next at least 2 years. We talked about this earlier, and I think if he's signing this deal, he needs a good exit clause if he gets a good LEC offer. There must be some kind of clause in it where, or I don't know what the fuck, where he can go to the LEC if he gets a good offer that he wants to go to. There must be something in there. Oh my god, now Lore, dude. What is Lore going to do? Because she tweeted in September, if Rekkles ever gets out of G2 and goes to Kcorp, she'll run naked on the Champs-Élysées with Carnage and Trayton. And now she's like, great, enough talk, we'll have to keep our word for now. Anyone know a good body painting artist? Oh my god. Is Lore actually gonna do it? No way, man. I mean, it's great for Kcorp fans. Like, I'm happy for you guys. Like, I'm really happy for Kcorp. I'm really happy for the LFL. But honestly, not having him in the LEC is pretty surreal. He has to win a EU Masters.
I can't believe it.
I feel like it.
I can't believe it.
I feel like he has to win EU Masters. He'll go to the LEC with Kcorp in 1 year. I mean, if Kcorp... Dude, can you imagine... No way, man. Can you imagine Kcorp joins the LEC in 2023 and Rekkles is on the roster after they won EU Masters? That would be one hell of a timeline. I'm so confused in these decisions by Rekkles. I mean, maybe he'll prove me wrong in a year. They'll win back-to-back EU Masters again, and then they'll go to the LEC together in 2023. But also, what happens if they don't, you know? It's such a high risk, low reward, it feels like. Cabochard picks Kcorp over Fnatic. Oh my god, man, there's no... Cabochard held off on his yes answer until Rekkles was confirmed to Kcorp. And then when Rekkles was going to Kcorp, Cabochard was like, nah, I'm good. Because this comes out the second after the Rekkles news, right? So he was 100% waiting for the Rekkles news. Rekkles news comes out. And then when the Rekkles news comes out, wait. But I also think he's a bit like crazy. Okay, 2 reasons. 1, Rekkles news comes out, he tweets this dancing emoji, and then this comes out saying he said no. But Cabochard just said no, in my opinion, to one of the best LEC offers he's ever going to get. Now, he could be really loyal to Kcorp. He might like the lifestyle. He might like the team, the owners. He might be getting paid a lot. But I will say, he just said no to probably the best LEC offer he's ever going to get. Humanoid upset Hylissang. He said no. So, does that mean that he's like stupid or crazy or anything? No, of course not. It just means that his priorities are not fully LEC. If you say to a player, do you want to join the LEC? My roster is Humanoid upset Hilly. They will jump at you. But he seems to want to just play in the ERL. And he probably enjoys Kcorp as an organization. He enjoys some of the team, the staff. There's something else that he enjoys than an LEC title. That is not something Fnatic can give him. So to me, that's... Honestly though, to me, it's crazy to me, from my POV, that he declined that offer. There it is. It's official. It's official. Kcorp Rekkles. It's official. The king in the north, pending Riot approval. HLE Chovy is reportedly a free agent. The last thing we heard about Chovy is that he's playing with Deft, and that's what he said, or something, that he wants to play with Deft and only Deft. The previous QG owner said LGD sold their LPL license for 140 million RMB price. Meanwhile, he mentioned RNG is still selling their LPL license and the price is 600 million RMB. He pointed out that RNG has a 300 million debt. Yeah, there was rumors about RNG selling their spot. This is actually not a super credible source, but it's a good source. How much is 140 million RMBs? Oh, it's about 20 mil. Wait, they're 300 million in debt? What, they're like 45 million debt? Holy scheisse, man. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, because I know like the States, the USA is like $3 trillion in debt, isn't it? USA debt. How much is it?
Pog, let's go, man.
$5.88 trillion, and they're still chilling. Yeah? Donks are fucking going up. I don't know what the fuck's going on there, but they're $5 trillion in debt. I don't want to be that guy, but let's look at the dates, yeah? Let's look at the dates. 3 days ago. C9 Fudge roll swapping to mid, Caedrel clips, yeah? Travis Gafford, today at 7 a.m. Now, I don't want to be that guy, yeah? But that's an easy clap. Journalist of the Year level award scouting, yeah? Stealing my research 100%. Okay, so Summit top. I actually had a feeling that Summit would go to Fnatic, or he'd be like in the contention of going to Fnatic, because Yamato worked with Summit on Sandbox. Fnatic need a top laner if Adam goes to BDS. So I thought Summit might be going to Fnatic, but instantly going to C9. Fudge role swapping. I mean, I haven't watched enough of Fudge's games to say whether he'd be a good mid laner or not. C9 wanted Bjergsen, I guess, and then they couldn't get him, so they said, hey Fudge, do your best Bjergsen cosplay. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't know. It'll take him a while. He's going to need a couple months to grind it out. After a carousel of choices and negotiations, Cloud9 have found their new mid laner, their top laner Fudge. They also beat out LCK, LPL, and LEC franchises trying to secure Summit as their top laner. Yeah, I wonder if that was Fnatic. I don't know. I just had like this inkling that it could be. Or maybe one LEC team. Which LEC teams could it be? Looking for a top. BDS, Fnatic. First reported by Travis Gafford. I'm only confirming C9's top side. I have sources telling me that the predicted bot lane is Sven and Isles isn't completely locked. What do we think, Reddit? What do we think? Let's get some Reddit takes. Let's get some Reddit takes. Give them the mic. Where's Vulcan going? True, actually. What the fuck? Where's Vulcan going? He's going to EG, right? 20 years old, March 7th. March is a fantastic month, I must admit. I was born in March as well. High five, buddy. Isles joins. C9 Academy. Who else was on C9 Academy? Wasn't there another name floating around mid lane? Copy? Ah, this Academy team's pretty stacked. Darshan, Schernfire's good. Copy, I heard was good. King, that guy's supposed to be good. Isles. I mean, you guys know how this roster is going to go. It's all down to mid. How Fudge does. Can he become a top tier mid? If he does, yeah. Also Isles. I mean, these are the two biggest question marks. Summit, this guy is fucking good. Blabber is really good domestic jungler. Internationally, he has ups and downs, but he has very good ups. Sven, a little bit inconsistent in international as well, but still top tier AD. So it's a decent roster. Just the support mid will make or break it, right? The support mid could take them from 5th to 1st, somewhere in that spectrum, right? It's hard to say. It's like when Bwipo role swap the jungle, you know? It's not sure how well it'll do. But I will say, yeah, okay. So a lot of people are saying, talking about the mid lane, right? Why didn't they get Jensen? That's a very good question. I'm sure. I would hope to believe that they did look into getting Jensen. I would hope to believe, because if they didn't, then yeah, I don't know. If they don't have the money for it, or they think that it wouldn't have worked, then sure. Buyout for Jensen is 2.5 mil. Ah, well, that's a couple dollar bills, yeah. Just find 2.5 mil. Just print it, man. Buy a printer from Carrefour.
Let's go,
stick it in, yeah, and just print it. 2.5 mil. Boom. You'll be done by the morning. Okay, so apparently what's going on right now is Esports Maniacal said Fnatic are trying to get Wunder, but G2 are asking for too much money. Adam wants to leave, but he'll only leave if Fnatic gets a good top. Fnatic's trying to get Wunder, but they're asking for insane amounts of money. Let me tell you something about G2, okay? They will find ways to make sure you don't get their players, okay? Because obviously their players are, or were, or still are, really fucking good. So maybe they're scared of giving them up. I think Wunder on Fnatic would do amazing. I think Wunder on Fnatic would do great. I would love to see Wunder on Fnatic. I still think he's got it in him. But apparently, /r/Fnatic says that the Esports Maniacal said that Adam wants to leave, and Fnatic are trying to get Wunder. So Rekkles and Wunder are like, right now Mithy is at the back of the jail cell, just with his arms folded and his head down, just like, fuck this shit. Rekkles is trying to grab the keys across the table, and Wunder has someone who wants to pay his bail, but the court put the bail too high. Mickey's given up, and Rekkles just dropped the fucking keys on the stick that he had hovering through the bars. So they're all still in fucking jail, man. Absolute fucking shit, man. Let them out! Let them out! Come on, let them roam free! Let them roam free! Golden Guardians plan to field Licorice, Ablaze Olive, and Olleh. Cool. I think the most interesting thing about pursuing Lost for bot lane... No, I think the most interesting thing about the Golden Guardians roster is Pride. I think Pride will be really, really good. Pride will be really good. A lot of people are like up and down on Pride, but like for those of you who don't know Pride, this guy got two. Dude, this guy's really good.
Let's go, man.
He was murdering ERLs. He just won the whatever the fuck it's called, League Winter Cup. I don't know what you want me to tell you. This guy just picks assassins and fists everyone. Like you can just look at his scores. I don't even have to look at his games. This guy had like 2 pentakills in one series or something. I mean, you just play for jungle. That's the plan, I think. I think play for jungle is not a bad plan in an A if your jungler is someone like Pridestalker. Pridestalker was on Roccat and he won Rookie of the Split. He bombed out in Schalke though. He bombed out in Schalke a bit. I don't think that was his meta though. Like to me, look at the champs. Yeah, I think Pride in a Jarvan Sejuani meta, not great. Like Orange jungle, Jarvan Sejuani, you know, things like this. But in a meta of like Zed, Xin Zhao, Talon, Graves, Viego, Diana, you know, Lee Sin, Rumble, Gwen, Hecarim. You know, this is actually like Lilia. This is actually his meta. He's a carry jungler. He is play for jungle and he'll carry. But if it's tank meta, I think he will struggle a bit. But I think, yeah, you need to play for jungle for Pride. This guy will carry you games. Team Liquid to sign Bwipo, Bjergsen, and buyout Hands. I don't know how this TL roster is going to go. A coveted amateur player among these teams, Ayla, will compete on the Liquid starting roster if CoreJJ is not granted a US permanent resident green card in time for the 2022 season. The team's jungler still attempts to be Santorum, with Santorum becoming a free agent Monday night, but it's likely he's going to sign an extension since he, under Riot Games policies, qualifies as an American resident. Yeah, that's going to suck for CoreJJ. I don't know how the US green card system works. I guess you have to have an appointment and something like this. I guess it's delayed. This is something that's not really in not really in your hands at that point, right? Unless you can talk to officials. I really don't know how the green card situation works. The second he gets it, he can play, but I guess he just can't play until he gets it. But when he gets it, he'll be in. How will this team do? I don't know. Because it's weird, because you have, on one hand, you have Bwipo, who's been playing jungle for a split. Now, him translating back to top lane shouldn't be too hard, but again, he's going to be a bit out of touch, we'll say, which, I mean, I don't expect him to struggle to get back into touch with. What was the champion? Okay, Spring was Renekton, Volibear, GP meta. Yeah, GP changed, though. Yeah, he's going to be a bit rusty, because right now the meta in top lane is like Camille, Jace, Kennen. I don't think Bwipo's much of a Kennen player, but like, I guess it's not the biggest of deals. But Bwipo's always had creative champools, right? He always picked Urgot randomly, Zac top randomly. He just picks Malphite when he feels like it, Rengar, Singe. Like, he always has whack champs, so I think his champ will be fine. But he doesn't play like Kennen. He doesn't play Jace, Kennen that much, or Camille. He doesn't play Jace, Kennen, Camille that much. I'll be interested to see how he does. And then on the other hand, you have Bjergsen, who's taken a year break. I don't know what his solo queue numbers have been like this year, but he's going to have to put his grind on in the offseason. Santorin, I don't know what's happening with Santorin if he's their jungler again, because he's had a lot of issues throughout the whole season. Now, much love to Santorin. I actually had the pleasure to play with him in HUK for a bit. I think he's an awesome guy, but he has had some like I don't know what it is, some issues every now and then where he was subbed out, came back, subbed out, came back. He got really bad headaches and stuff like this. So if his health problems are solved, awesome. I think Santorin's good. I think at Worlds he played pretty decent with Jensen. Him and Jensen were performing really well at Worlds. He has his ups and downs. Do I think he's like a carry jungler, PogChamp, self-made, inspired level? No. But he'll do the job, you know? He'll do the job. I don't think he needs to be that kind of player on that roster when you have Hans, Core JJ bot lane anyway, right? And then Hans, Core JJ is... that's a lane phase. That's one of the best bot lanes in the West, I think. I think that's close to upset Tilly level. It's hard to say until you see them play, but just the names itself, that bot lane is fucking good. This roster is good. Superstars, obviously in your solo lanes. Superstars in bot lane, superstar in jungle. Will be a good roster. It'll be a really good roster. This is definitely a top tier contending roster. Bot lane is obviously their strongest point until you see Bwipo back in his groove in top. If Santorin can clear out his health problems and Bjergsen's back to Bjergsen level, it'll be great. But yeah, that's definitely a roster to be excited for. Bjergsen left TSM a few weeks ago and Liquid is a clear favorite for his services. Given the franchise's willingness to spend, it was reported the team would sign Bjergsen for mid and test Jensen as the AD carry role. However, after further deliberation, the team decided on Hans. Yeah, of course. Like, if you can get Hans, like, as much as Jensen role swapping sounds great, if you can get Hans, like, Jesus. So Jensen and Dooublelift tried to make a super team. That's pretty nuts, huh? Yeah, it's too expensive, I guess. Which team would want them, right? If TL has their plan, C9 has their plan, and TSM already has Spica and... They have Spica, Huni, and they're going to get tactical, right? Then there's no AD spot there either, and Dooublelift won't go to TSM. EG has Danny and Vulcan, and I don't know what mid they have. I guess only EG would be the team that could do it. But they went with young talent, yeah. EG could have signed. EG could have had... Who's their jungler right now? EG. Inspired, right? EG could have had Impact, Inspired, Jensen, Dooublelift, Vulcan. They could have had this roster. But now they have Impact, Inspired, I don't know who the fuck, Danny, Vulcan. Right? This is the new mid laner of EG. We looked at this guy before. What was it? He was really young, right? 17, rank 1. Perfect. Cool. I'm interested to see how he does. How many NA mids are even in the league, by the way? Blaze Olive. Yeah. Boom. So there's 2. Now there's 2. Oh yeah, and Palafox. Which team is Palafox on? Flyquest. Travis Gafford. Here we go. Okay, so he has leaked everything. He's leaked everything. No Broxa, no Finn, no Pobelter, no Stixay, and I don't remember, and no Smoothie. It's Pume.
Pog,
okay.
Let's go, man.
Cool. Doesn't sound strong. Definitely sounds bottom tier. I don't know what budget they're on. If you want my opinion, weak as fuck. But they have, I don't know, I don't want to say promising talent, but I know Jenkins was hyped up a little bit. Luger is really good. Contracts, I think, has always been pretty decent. But yeah, not super strong. Okay. GG's. Not bad. Today we bid farewell to Power of Evil. Thank you for everything you contributed over the last year. Your hard work and positivity will shine through. LS is the new head coach of C9. Wait, what? The church is assembling? Where's the Travis? Where's Travis? Travis! Everyone's saying check C9.
Everyone seemed to feel as though...
There's 10 seconds left. Come on.
Done. Maybe it's not. But I'm going to lock it anyway, and we'll see. Also...
it's fantasy sports.
For bonus points, here's my 50% confidence on their coaching staff.
The thing is, the whole LS squad is together. All they need now, well, all they're missing, I guess, is Nemesis. But it's Max Waldo, LS, Fudge. I don't know if Veigar is like there, but interesting. I'm interested to see how it does. I'm interested to see how LS coaches, because I know LS has very strong opinions on the draft, and he sees the game a lot different to me, I would say. Or he sees, yeah, I'll say different is the right way to say it, in a way where it's like philosophical and in draft especially. Yeah, I'm excited to see, in a positive way, I'm excited to see how he does. Not that I'm... Dude, the whole LS thing between me and him, it's gone. I think we're pretty fine now. We were going to co-stream together this year. We're fine, right? There's no drama there. And it's not like I have any bad intentions to see how he does, which is a lot of people thinking that. I'm just curious to see how he does in general. And see what he brings to the team.
Let's go, man.
What he brings to the team. What the drafts will look like. Dignitas, Immortals, 100 Thieves, EG.
EG I talked about previously.
All I'm saying is I hope Inspired is getting paid 10 fucking thousand billion euros to go to this team. Impact, Inspired, I don't know who Jojo is. Danny's good and Vulcan's good, you know.
I continue to
but
stay
like,
confident
this
in
team
it. I mean, I'm
won't...
a little nervous because...
I hate to say it, but this is not a team that's like a TL, you know, where it's like superstars could win worlds, you know.
Plans,
because
so
Inspired has
through,
the talent to be able to be a top-tier worlds player.
Collapse,
like top 4. Jenkins, Contract, Palafox, Luger, Pumet, Licorice, Pridestalker, Olive, Lost, Olleh, Kumo, Jose Diodo, Tukui, Jensen, Aframu, Fake God, River. Wait, River? River is coming? Holy shit. They got River. Blue, Neo, Revenge, Xerxes, PoE, Wild Turtle, Someday Tenacity, Closer, Abedage, FBI, Huhi, Impact, Inspired, Jojo, Danny, Vulcan. I didn't know River was going to NA. How fucking crazy is that? So I think we have all the rosters confirmed, right? I don't want to be that guy who makes spreadsheets and like... Okay, I have to do it. Okay, we're going to put question marks on everything. Because I think everything's basically confirmed, right? It was... everything's basically confirmed. I think Razork Humanoid is sick. I think Upset Hilly is also the best bot lane in the West. In my opinion. I think Hans Cordier is for sure up there as well, though. Okay, who else we got? Flakkit Targamas. Oh yeah, Rogue is actually a really interesting... Rogue is a really interesting roster. Odoamne Malrang. Is Advien confirmed? Probably, right? Yeah, the only thing that's missing is Fnatic top. And Misfits support, kind of. That's it. Everything else is done. So this is missing. And I think this isn't confirmed. Xerxes? Xerxes is in Immortals. Right? Is Xerxes in Immortals? Oh yeah, Shigenda. No, Shigenda is... Yeah, Shigenda is missing, but he's on Vitality Academy. Price. Okay, this is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Is anyone else in the Shadow Realm? They're not, right? That's it. That's it. Bwipo, Inspired Hands, Bwipo, Tukui, Pridestalker Blue. That's it. That's the Shadow Realmed people, right? The thing is, I have to admit, I'll be honest, I'm really happy that Rekkles is going to Kcorp. Like, that's awesome. I'm glad. Great. Love it. The only thing is, like, I know a lot of people said it, but I feel really bad for Jack Spectra. Because, like, I think that'll get overlooked a bit. The fact that they really fucked him over. Now, I don't know the full story of how fucked over he got, because Rekkles approached Kcorp, but they did fuck him over. Like, verbally agreeing and then going back on it that sucks. Mainly because of the amount of time you lose not being able to talk to other teams, right? So, great. I'm happy Kcorp have made the signing of the year, but I also want to, like, be a bit critical. I'm like, dude, don't fuck around with players like that. Talking to them is one thing, but verbal agreement is another. Jack Spectra had the unluckiest offseason I've ever heard of, from almost getting into a few LEC teams to then setting to Kcorp. Sad that his verbal agreement was cancelled with respect to Kcorp for warning him before Rekkles was done. Oh, okay. Oh, so Kcorp did do good stuff. Cancelling a verbal agreement is always bad, but this is an exclusive situation. A little bit less critical then, but still. I don't know. Verbal agreement to me is like, you're done. Still fucked up a bit. Still fucked up, but yeah. I think Fudge will pop off in mid. I have no fucking clue. No fucking idea what's gonna happen with Fudge in mid. Yeah, good luck to him. Good luck to him. I don't know what C9's budgets were like in the offseason. Obviously, they couldn't go for Jensen because that guy's buyout was 2.5 mil. But all I will say is you can't freeze mid. Okay? You just can't. You can, like, level 1 to 5, 6-ish. But after that, you can't freeze mid. You just can't do it. I'm sorry, Fudge. Okay? There's very, 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 very few situations where you can freeze mid. Okay? Because mid push is so important. And if you freeze mid, your bot might get dove after level 6, 7. So don't freeze mid past then. And if you're freezing at tier 2 in mid lane, then you're banned. I'm sorry. Look, freezing on side lanes, I'll allow it. Especially if you have TP, if you're behind, if you have a scaling matchup, all this shit. I think freezing on side lanes, love it sometimes. If you're freezing at your mid tier 2, you are griefing your entire team. That's what I'm saying. But the good thing is, mid laners can go side lane when tier 1s are down anyway, so it's fine. But you don't freeze mid. You do not freeze mid lane outside tier 2. You just don't do it. You're asking to lose the game. You're actually asking to lose the game. Not only does the enemy team keep the push in mid so they can walk into your jungle for free, but they can also just walk up and one pop the wave in your face because the lane is so short. They can just go 3-man mid, pop the wave, and your whole jungle's gone. The wave will just die instantly. It's a much shorter lane. You can't do it. XL, so the biggest unshores is XL support, Misfits support, Fnatic top. That's it. The rest are locked, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure the rest are locked. Okay, 2 minutes. Everyone strap your fucking seatbelts in. Get comfortable. Emergency exits. Left and right. Forward left and right. Back left and right. If there's turbulence, just sit still. If you hear brace, go into brace position. If the banger is being dropped, be ready to go into brace position. Ender's gonna be there. See you soon, chat. Ender will be the pilot for today alongside Jacob Wolf and Bloop GG. These will be the pilots. I will be the flight attendant. If you want anything, fuck off. I'm not getting you anything. The kitchen is in your house. Get some Cheetos, get some fucking Pepsi Cola, and enjoy the show, yeah? The flight attendant is not here to be your fucking servant, yeah? I'm here to show you the way. I'm like the sat-nav, the flight attendant sat-nav. I'm like that thing in the screen in front of the chair that shows the plane flying over the countries. And we're gonna see the sights. I'm like the guy on the tourist bus who says, and if you look to your left, you will see a statue from the 1650s. That's me, yeah? That's me. Except with a way more annoying voice and 10,000 times more tempo, okay? Get your Excel spreadsheets ready. Get your pen and papers ready. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Free Agency Show 2021. Moving into next year, we're going to talk everything about the LEC.
That is the sound of a wolf bomb being dropped, and it means that Jacob has a piece of breaking news for us. So, at any time that we hear the wolf howl, we will drop everything. Bring Jacob on screen, and he'll let us know what the heck just went down. Now, for the 2021 edition, that's this one, of the Free Agency Show, our reporter team has doubled, which means that the sound effects have as well. This one, there's a chance you also might recognize.
What the fuck's that?
Now, despite what your solo queue instincts might be telling you, that does not mean that an elemental is going to get summoned and bonked into your direction. Not at all. It means that a bloop scoop is coming your way, much friendlier. When either one of those sound effects hit, again, we've got
EG tweet.
the two of you, so I'd love for you two
EG tweet, forged from the depths of evil, delivered to the mid lane for battle. We can't wait to see you dominate the LCS. 17-year-old mid laner. 17-year-old mid laner confirmed in EG. This guy was a Fortnite pro player. He's very young. He got rank 1 on the server. He's supposed to be really, really good, like a prodigy in the scene. But he was a Fortnite pro. Now he's in Evil Geniuses.
That means we've got news to break. But
we've got news to break
because maybe this will have something to do with it.
Rekkles is going to Kcorp, and we have some more details on it. We got told that it's more than $1 million buyout worth it. And that he will receive $1 million split it in 2-year contract. He has a
$500K a year.
2023.
The buyout's over $1 million.
Thank you.
He's getting
no doubt be
$500K a year in an ERL team.
I did not see coming.
$500K a year in an ERL team.
Off Twitter, right, in the hours leading up to this.
Holy fuck! I've never heard of that number before in my life for an ERL team.
This is a very established.
Jesus.
Org.
This is going to be a busy night, boys.
We weren't kidding.
So all the Misfits deals are soon to be official. They're going to be re-signing Hyrit to a 2-year deal. They're re-signing Vander support to a 1-year deal.
Vander?
And they are promoting Schlatan, their jungler, who is going to not get a new contract, but he's going to get a raise because he's moving from ERL to the main roster. And they are also signing Neon, the former Schalke 04 AD carry, as their new AD carry.
Zlatan!
He's on a 2-year deal.
Dreadfly Bangla Hens have entered free agency. Golden Guardians,
Jacob,
welcome back,
thank you.
Olleh.
No doubt be talking to you again
That's announced.
soon.
Rascal, Young Jake,
talent, but this time
all
there's
these players,
sincerity. We've
free
heard
agency.
it for so many years.
Bloop scoop.
Sounded now twice,
It's
so
too loud.
Pablo.
So Team Liquid is finalizing a deal with former Immortals coach Guilhoto for being the head coach for the Team Liquid roster in the next 2 upcoming years.
He showed that he is.
Wait, their jungler is Pridestalker. Wrong. The jungler of Golden Guardians is Pridestalker, isn't it?
And no, I mean this is a team.
Where is that Blaze Olive?
Stix A as well.
Where is he?
Licorice.
Being able to learn about Humanoid.
Banger inbound, banger inbound. They need to turn that shit down. Co-streamers.
So sources just told us that Caedrel is considering moving to a coach position in Team Vitality after receiving a lot of offers during this offseason from both NA or EU. He's still considering staying as a caster for next year, but Team Vitality, it's indeed a possibility that it's going to be decided probably this week. He will be joined by Mephisto in the coaching staff for Vitality if he ends up there.
Okay, so Caedrel went from jungler to caster/content creator to maybe coach. An incredible double pivot in the space of a year. Hats off to you, Caedrel. But this is not official. This is still a consideration, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Who else did he have offers from, if anyone, to be a coach?
Yeah, so he had interest from SK Gaming, from Team BDS, from TSM, from G2 Esports, and from Team Vitality.
Wow. Everybody wants Caedrel's signature. My goodness. Well, I mean, keep us posted on that and whether, Caedrel is going to have a heck of a task ahead of him, coaching him as a coach in general.
Yeah,
Like said,
I got a lot of offers.
Smart guy, communicator, Ender.
I said no to a lot of offers.
That Vitality are going to playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said no to a lot.
Very
Mephisto,
last drop.
man.
I want
What
that
is this?
to happen so bad. There's so much Jordan
Talk.
of
Dude, I don't know what to
esports.
say,
No,
man. What do you want me to
because
say?
we're still so
Yeah,
young,
it's been a
but I
very
think this
weird
is the
off
first
season.
wave of his
I don't know what I
likely
can. I don't know.
retire.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the super
Just
team. This is the
spoke to a lot of people.
Toto,
Spoke to a lot of teams.
Africa,
I said no to a lot of
sorry, I'm
teams.
old, of teams. It's
The
a
reason I
super
said no to the NA teams was because I don't want to move to NA yet. I'm not ready in my life to move to NA. That I'll say. So it wasn't saying no to the NA teams because of the orgs and the players on it or whatever. There was some really cool offers for NA, but I don't want to move to NA yet. So I got some of the details, and then I said no. For the EU offers, I won't go into details. I won't go into details. You heard the thing, whatever the fuck, man.
Spike perks and all that.
Dude, esports, man.
This team is a big question of.
Dude, things in esports are absolute wildfires, man. Can you believe it?
About this because I think I'm in here after G2.
1, 2, 3 people know, boom. Then 6, then 12, then 55, then 128, and then 650.
Yeah, I think we have to see exactly how this roster,
Dude, I think, dude, listen, dude, the playoffs memes aside, that Vitality roster, I think if you had my grandmother coaching and Coma, they're not ending in the bottom 3 or bottom 4. Doesn't even matter what the fuck happens in that team. That shit is not finishing in the bottom 4, whether it's my grandmother or Coma. It doesn't matter. That's all I can say about not making playoffs. Oh, we got a banger. Wait.
Tell us where
now we're on track.
Organization has thrown some of their resources here in about 2 seconds. Pablo, what do you have for us?
Hello again, guys. So as first reported by LEC Wulu, Fnatic just finished an agreement for the upcoming 3 seasons with Spanish jungler Razork.
It's
so
a big,
as soon as Rekkles
signing.
Out of the team, I feel like Fnatic identified.
I mean, it makes
that
sense. It's the best one. Vitality tweet.
That team really felt like it hit its high highs. I mean, heck, they were the best regular season team in the LEC for quite a good chunk of that season.
Yeah.
Now Razork.
When Vitality Perks decides to pick Sejuani mid,
this dude is absolutely worth the money, and
up,
at his
man.
best, he is a
I can't believe this picture is on the internet.
Yeah,
this hot tub stream was the stupidest idea ever, and of course I'm absolutely wasted in my. Dude,
you can talk
one
about
drink and I'm
stats
fucking
and how they
wasted
fit in
and
which
dude,
ones tell the story the best. KDA
whatever.
can tell.
What do you got?
So Flyquest is making 2 moves right now, which is going to be Takui to the former Game Ward mid laner is going to be a 3-year contract coming across the pond, really young, successful mid laner. The other is Aphromoo. Aphromoo making the switch. We heard that he would be moving away from Dignitas. He's going to Flyquest, and he's signing a 2-year deal.
100 Thieves announced their roster. Done. That's Tenacity, right? Yeah. All we need to know is Fnatic top laner. I'm not going to sleep until I know Fnatic top laner. Yamato, you're in the chat. Can you give us a Yamato bomb? Hey, Yamato. Can you give us a Yamato bomb? Okay, for clarity. A lot of people are saying, like, Vit shit. Yeah. I don't remember what was said in the rumor. Whatever it was. But yeah, I didn't sign anything yet. Okay, nothing's confirmed. Kappa? No, it's not. I'm being honest. I'm being open. I'm being serious. It's about time. We got a bomb.
So just wanted to update on something I know people are expecting tonight, which is of course the new CLG roster. No, I'm just kidding. Just wanted to update on the Fnatic top lane situation, as we don't expect to hear the new top laner tonight after Kawachar decided to go with Kcorp again rather than going to Fnatic for the LEC 2022. But what we know is that Adam is going to BDS for sure. It's a done deal.
BDS?
Okay,
Adam going to BDS?
So Adam going to...
So one thing that I really loved about this season was when Contracts was subbed in for Svenskeren.
Yep, so going to the LCS, Mithy's moving apart from Cloud9.
Mithy's out of C9?
Current LCS champion, 100 Thieves, along with Ripper. He will be the assistant coach for the team.
Mithy to 100 Thieves.
Said both those.
Not bad, not bad. That's a big pickup. Underrated pickup. Mithy's really good. Mithy to 100 Thieves is fantastic for them. But it basically confirms that LS is going to C9, I think. Because Mithy was the head coach, right? I know Rainover was the head coach, but he stepped down. I don't know what happened there. Level 5. Ooh, we got a bomb, we got a bomb, we got a bomb.
On the way.
So we've got 3 different verbal agreements here for Dignitas. 2 players, 1 head coach, and a little bit of an update on what's going on with the rest of their team. So they are going to be retaining Fake God and Neo, as we know. The 2 people who have been really successful this past year for them, young players. They are going to pick up River, the jungler from PSG Talon.
River!
They are going to pick up Blue, the former mid laner for SK Gaming. And they are bringing on Enetron. Once upon a time, a very popular LEC coach is going to be their new head coach. Now, the thing that is likely not going to happen is it's been out there rumored that they were going to have Zeyzal as their support to go with Neo. I'm actually told right now that's pretty unlikely to happen. That rumor is not going to come true.
CLG also got rid of their whole coaching staff.
Right. Bringing out Kane is the bravest thing that you could do during the LCL. Like, that was absolutely, like, I had the chance to talk to him on Next Level for LCS, and I remember him talking about this newfound ironclad mental, and I believed him because the play that we had seen thus far was a very, and it's you know, it's kind of rare for somebody.
Holy shit, the prime span. Okay, we've got a banger, Cancel this fucking interview. Banger alert! Banger alert!
Greg.
Hello again, guys. So I just wanted to update a bit on the Mikyx situation.
Mikyx.
Throughout the season, it's one of the names that is missing in the roster rumored or confirmed. So apparently, the main problem was the fact that his buyout was decreased too late in the season from 1.5 million, as we reported early this season. But he's close to TSM. It's still a possibility that he ends up in TSM. TSM, as per usual, is taking
TSM Mikyx,
but nothing locked yet.
Part of that caught my eye that we're going to get.
Bomb inbound. A back-to-back double kill banger. Come on, hit us with another banger.
Bomb for us.
Mad Lions is moving forward with Rekkles. I know that Pablo mentioned that at the beginning of the show. We feel pretty confident on that. There's a little bit of hiccup right now, though, in the Humanoid deal. I think everybody's feeling pretty good about it on both ends, the Mad Lions and the Fnatic end. But there's a chance that actually doesn't officially get done this evening, Humanoid going to Fnatic, which kind of makes me a little uneasy. I thought that would be done this evening. I'd be bringing you guys sort of the official announcement that Humanoid was going to Fnatic, but I'm hearing that at this current time, things are not quite there quite yet. But Mad Lions has decided, regardless of what the hell happens, they're going to go forward with Rekkles.
There's no way he's going to TSM. There's no way.
But
so Matter just
Ender, I
gonna
wanna
go
start
for
with you real
Reeker no
quick.
matter what.
You know, as a man who has his pulse on
Even if the deal
ERLs a little
falls
more
through.
than the rest of us. Pablo, the Orange Horn has sounded. You have been summoned. Bring us good news.
Yeah, this is for you Fnatic fans. I just wanted to update a bit on the Nisqy situation. As you might saw, basically everywhere he mentioned that maybe he's teamless for next year. So Fnatic was considering going for perks, of course prior to the clause was revealed and etc. But Nisqy was informed about this, and then the last week Mad Lions offered Humanoid to Fnatic, and Fnatic decided that it was a good call. So they wanted to give Nisqy a new place, and Cloud9 was the best option for him. It's a no environment, etc. They need a new mid laner, of course, because they are losing perks. Fnatic brought up Nisqy for 300,000 euros. Moving into the negotiations, C9 didn't want to pay more than what they basically received from Fnatic last year. Fnatic wasn't open to sell him for the same price as they bought, as they considered that he grew a lot as a player. So at the the last stages of this negotiation, basically Fnatic put the price on just that 300,000 plus additional 50,000. And C9 declined it, and they are not going for the second option, which is it's indeed Fuchs rolling to mid lane. So Nisqy, it's likely teamless for next year. Yeah.
Wait, what? So TLDR, Fnatic bought Nisqy for 300k last year, and now this year they wanted to sell him back to Cloud9 for 350k, and Cloud9 said no. Because it was, I don't know if it was too expensive or something. They basically said no. That's the TR of it. Ooh, we got a bomb, we got a bomb, we got a bomb.
Is signing Pridestalker. I believe this was reported elsewhere.
Pridestalker.
New jungler.
They're buying Lost from TSM. Not bad though, not bad. I think Pridestalker is a really good pickup. Really like overlooked pickup, because no one will really look into it too much, because it's Golden Guardians picking up like an ERL player. But yeah, it's a big pickup. Big pickup. He was smurfing in the ERLs. Absolutely smurfing.
Hello again, guys. So more
Banger inbound.
Immortals is set to continue with Top Lane Revenge and Jungler Cherche, and they are set to sign former TSM mid laner Power of Evil and White Turtle. Their AD carry.
Wild Turtle,
okay,
PoE.
Sorry, I blacked out when you said.
Yeah, these are the people who are on the show: Space Ghost, Jacob Wolf, Endercasts, Tim, who was on the camera, Bloop, Henrique de Moor, and then the free agency show. That's all the squad. Cool. I really enjoyed it. I will say I'm fucking tired. But guys, thank you all for the subs today. So many primers today, so much support. Thank you guys for being here. I won't be streaming tomorrow. I gotta do a couple things tomorrow, yeah. I gotta do a couple things tomorrow, but yeah.